Yeah, hi, my name's Phil. Before I started EP7, I wasn't really sure what it is I was looking for, what it was. I wasn't even really sure if that was something that I was requiring. All I knew is that there was something that wasn't quite there in my world. I was successful at work, enjoying my life, and I felt that I was content, but it just didn't quite feel like it was all put together for me. I found that I was thinking through a lot of decisions and found it quite challenging to really nail down what the ones would be the most fulfilling for me. And then when I did make decisions that sort of went the right way, it just didn't quite feel like it was giving me everything I wanted either. And so really I think my first meeting with George was more of an interview on my part with him. I was a little bit brutal on him. I didn't actually tell him what I wanted. I made sure he told me what he did to make sure it was all going to be what I wanted. And honestly, as he started talking and as he actually brought up what it was that we were going to go through, it was what I wanted. It was exactly what I knew I needed, but until he actually articulated that, I had no idea what that was. So for me, the ability for someone to explain to you the way that the heart, the head, actually work together was really refreshing for me. And it was just like someone turned a light bulb on. And it completely changed for me the way that I actually made decisions in life, the way that I got enjoyment out of life, the way I did relationships, and the way I related to work and everything else. It was a real breakthrough for me. So for anyone that's not quite sure that they've actually got all of the pieces of the puzzle in their world, or they just know that there's that little something missing but they're not really sure what it is, I highly recommend it, because it really does change your life, and it really does give you a perspective that I don't think you've actually really experienced before. I was going through a period of time before I met him where I was moving out of one line of work and into another. Found it quite difficult to make those adjustments, and it was actually quite a brutal finish to the last job, so it really drained a lot out of me. And I didn't actually know how much it had drained me until I started having someone actually point at it, and all the lies that I'd actually started creating in myself as well about what I could and couldn't do. So I guess it's kind of like sitting in second gear and all of a sudden someone shows you got another 3 or 4 gears on top. At first it wasn't massive changes, but as we went through that process, it's kind of like you discover new territory without even realizing you have. And then you look in the rearview mirror at where you were and where you are, and you realize that there was a heck of a lot of stuff that you were just not living because you weren't aware that it was available, you weren't aware that it was there. So for me, it's not really in one facet of life. I still love work and I still love and have a passion for life. I did before, but there's a lot more enjoyment in that now. There's a lot more purpose. There's a lot more direction that you don't really have to consider and think through. I've found for me that it's been a beautiful process.